This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You might say all kinds of stuff when things go wrong, but these are the words you really need to remember. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. They've got options to fit your unique insurance needs, meaning you can talk to your agent to choose the coverage you need, have coverage options to protect the things you value most, file a claim right on the State Farm mobile app, and even reach a real person when you need to talk to someone. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Now's a good time to remember where tequila's story truly began. In 1795, Cuervo invented tequila.
Cuervo.
What are you doing here?
Cuervo. Anytime someone says Cuervo, I show up.
Well, I do know that to be true, but even during ad reads, like...
Cuervo.
I think you could lay out, especially for one of our great partners.
Sweet, delicious Cuervo.
Since then, Cuervo has stayed true to its roots. The same family, the same land, the same passion.
Cuervo.
So, enjoy the tequila that started it all. Cuervo.
Cuervo.
The tequila that invented tequila. Proximo. Cuervo.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cuervo. Shadow Show.
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 Shadowing it.
Shadowing it. What a truly horrific night to be a South Florida sports fan. Truly horrific. I will tell you that watching the Panthers lose that way, and I imagine Zaslow is just broken today. I don't know. Greg Cody's about to be here, but he's stuck in traffic, and he is enraged. And you know who he's mad at? Other cars. And he just told his son, if anything's going to make me quit the Batard show, because that's what we need around here right now, it's traffic. What's wrong with your father?
He has anger issues, but they come out the most in traffic. I mean, I think that's a lot of us. I'm not angrier anywhere else in my life than in traffic. But yes, he sending me paragraphs of text today, just angry.
Steaming. Can you read any of them to me? Because if anything's going to make me quit the Batard show, it's traffic. I didn't put that there.
Typical BS traffic today. Emergency vehicle in the express lane up ahead. Right now, it's estimating I'll arrive at 9:03. Hopefully, it breaks up. I might quit.
Can we call him right now just to get the steaming Cody on? And don't tell him. Do we dare do this without telling him he's on air? Do we dare?
Let's roll the dice.
Oh, that seems unsafe.
It's my dad, though. If it wasn't my dad, I'd feel a little more reckless.
I mean, unsafe. He's writing you paragraphs of text while he's in full-on traffic.
You think it's safe?
I think he's dictating that for the record. He's a big speak-to-text guy.
Surely he's familiar enough with how we do this show that he'd know that we're live.
No, he wouldn't. If you called
What do you mean? He's been around the show for
let's try our
over
chances.
A decade.
That would be the point of the Shadow Show, right? Nobody would clip this or aggregate it if he did. We're not doing show. It hasn't started. It's in the shadows. Call him live and let's just not tell him he's on air and just ask him, Dad, you here soon? Just pretend like, Dad, we're late. We're starting. Where are you?
I don't know about this. I don't want to hear Greg Cody get in an accident.
Let's do. Let's just.
All right, I'll do it here. I was going to wait to do it over Zoom. I could just call him on speaker on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Tinny. Okay. That's what the Shadow Show should be.
Yeah.
Tinny.
All right, here we go. It's ringing. Hey, Dad, you're late. Are you here?
I'm about to turn left on 5th, so I'll be at the valet in like a minute. If the valet can take me soon, I should be walking up there.
Dad, we can't start the show without you. We need you to hurry.
You're hilarious.
What happened? Like, why are you late?
I haven't been hurrying for 2 hours. Okay, I'm hurrying as fast as the traffic will allow me. I'll be up there in about 3 minutes.
Would it be quicker to just get out of the car and run the rest of the way?
All right, I'll see you in a few minutes.
He doesn't like me right now.
Chris almost cracked there for a second, right in the middle of it.
Really makes you respect the Jerky Boys, huh?
I mean, you'd think a father and son would have chemistry. All he had to do there was get his father started on traffic. All he had to do was say, "What's wrong? What's the matter with traffic?"
I think he got him there. He was exasperated.
He didn't know he was on air and didn't give us the genuine laughter of having to run in here because he's late. Let's just examine for a moment our general work environment that he would be mad at us because he's late.
He didn't sound that mad, if I can be honest. He sounded pretty pleasant.
He's so good at his job that why can't we tolerate him being late?
He did sound
Worth the trouble.
Exasperated at Chris asking, kind of like, what happened.
Well, that's because he had texted me. Like in his mind, he's like, I told you for an hour that I'm learning
So
late.
this is the tension, though. Zaslow hates that part of Cody so much. You're so self-important, dude. You're so self-important.
Do you know the hurricane that's coming towards you right now, by the way?
Why?
Are you familiar?
What'd I do?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's the way you identify yourself, apparently.
What, as a 2-time champion broadcaster, you got a problem with that?
I don't, but some people do.
All right.
Some people who are balleting right now.
You got a problem with that? We can take care of that.
You should have worn your rings today. Next time you're on with Cody, you got to wear your rings.
Ooh, yeah.
What do you do? Where are they?
They're on my dresser in a very nice case.
What do you like weddings? Like what do you
Yeah,
take
you
them
know
out
what? I
for?
was at a Zaslow wedding this weekend.
Really?
And
Mazel.
I was going to wear it, but I forgot. But I'll wear them to nice events. Yeah, not both at the same time. I mean, what am I, asshole?
This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
I don't know what to say about Greg Cody not being here. Being late is okay around here, evidently. Greg Cody's mad at us because he's late, and we're asking him to not be late. Everyone else got in on time. Evidently, they were in different traffic.
I took the same route as him. I'm here.
And so oh my God, this is going to be steaming.
What
comes in here right now? No, I can see him in the other room right now. He's just going to lollygag in with his Publix bag filled with whatever, trinkets.
You guys ever seen Jurassic Park where they're hiding from the raptors and the raptor comes up to the door and it snorts and then looks through the window? That's exactly what Greg just did. He walked past the door and looked in the window, and I saw his eyeball, kind of his pupil, dilate.
Greg, come do your job professionally. Arrive. It's the same time every day, roughly. And
now he's like, where do I get my makeup done? In the chair? Out here?
Just bring Jesse on in. We'll turn. No.
Let's go.
Let Jess come on in. No,
2 minutes
fine.
ago.
That's fine. No. Let's stop the show. It's what he's always wanted. He's sore from dancing at a wedding. It's all about him, baby. And so
I was at a wedding too this weekend. I'm here.
No. But did you dance so much your body hurts?
I danced.
Also, he's on a back-to-back. You're not on a back-to-back, Zaz.
I mean, you act like I don't work other jobs. I worked yesterday.
So does he.
All right.
Greg Cody Show.
I'm here.
Featuring Greg Cody.
On time.
Just the breathing.
You mad at us?
It depends on your attitude. I left my house at 7. It took me 2 bleeping hours to get here. You want me to leave my house at 6 just to make sure I'm here?
No, I heard you threatened to quit. Like the traffic might make you quit the Batard show. That would be an unfortunate ending.
Well, what I told him was if I ever quit this show, traffic will be number 1 on my list of
Where'd you come from?
From my home in an unidentified Broward City.
I'm in Broward too.
Okay.
I'm here.
What time did you leave?
7:15.
Okay, but you're a 2-time NBA champion.
No, 2-time champion broadcaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't misidentify you.
Yeah. So you probably have your own lane, like a Zaslow express lane.
Matter of fact, the express lanes were closed this morning. I still found my way here. You ever use Waze?
Yeah, I do use Waze.
All right.
Waze
Maybe you got
and
maybe you got a different version than I do. Mine got me here on time.
All right.
Like a journalist.
Let's just wait till he gets makeup because I think he's so entertaining that he should be allowed to be late whenever he wants to be. He had a big wedding this weekend. His body hurts.
First of all, am I late?
What do you mean are you late? The show started.
I mean, but you could have waited. Why'd you start it without me?
No.
Quite
We're
frankly.
live.
He's not wrong.
But
we do a live show.
To be fair, there are 1, 2,
Hi,
3,
Amin.
4. Hey, Greg, how's it going? There are 6 people here. We could have handled it without him. We didn't have to bring it to a screeching
Do
halt.
hellos 4 minutes into the show. Greet everybody.
Yeah. Let's
All
wait
right,
till
whose phone is doing this? Please, who's getting the iMessage constantly? Like who's doing this? It's going off like crazy.
Is this my computer?
Yeah. I'm getting notifications. It sounds like a MacBook.
I haven't heard anything. There's no one texting anything.
Don't
on it.
gaslight me like that. There is a noise.
Amateur.
I'm still not clear what that word means.
What, amateur?
No, gaslight.
Oh,
You good, Dad?
Put on CNN.
great.
He's getting there. He's fine.
There it is again.
Are you?
Did you not hear that? Did you not hear that? It was there.
It ain't me.
I think I just shut down equipment I need because you guys instantaneously rightly assumed it was
anyone-
me because his stuff's not on yet.
I also saw you panic once and get your phone out of the way when one of those noises popped up.
Did you guys hear it? Because I actually.
There it is again.
All right, who's the
Please
culprit?
please tell me it's
I'm
Cody's
deaf.
phone.
No, it isn't.
No, this is pre-Cody. This noise was going off pre-Cody. I'm like, oh, all right, I'll let it slide. With
Is
the
it
way that we
Zaslow?
started the
No,
show.
I hear it in my ears, which means it's coming from that room.
It's not coming. Oh, dude.
I thought
textbook gaslighting.
I thought it was that room too.
It's not this room.
You feel so good being smug under that mustache.
I am not being smug. I'm being gaslit.
Still not sure what that word means.
I just noticed the mustache.
Let's wait till he gets all this stuff plugged in. I'm sure he's got a ton of basketball thoughts. I'm glad we waited for them because that was a heartbreaking night last night for the.
This is very unprofessional.
Is that your nostrils that are making that sound breathing?
I didn't make a sound.
The Florida Panthers lose last night, and I want to get to that game in a second. But the thing that I was feeling last night that I did not feel the entirety of my life that was legitimately confusing to me is I watched that entire Knicks-Celtics game, and I did not know at any point who I was rooting for, and at the end I just decided I want both of them to lose. I can't do this. At the end of this game, this is wonderfully entertaining as sports and television, and the way I feel about both the Knicks and the Celtics fan base make it so that this game, I want the meteor to win. I want both teams to explode, both teams to lose, both teams to get injured, both teams to punch each other in the face and play for seven games that are wildly uninteresting, the way the Celtics are when they miss all their 53s and ruin the game. Ruin the game because that's what we're playing now. And I watched a basketball game that had legitimate stakes, and I cared, but only to sort of hate both entities and not want either fan base to win. And it was wildly confusing to me to have that happen.
I think it's in this room.
It just
I've
happened.
changed my
You
mind.
think?
I think it's in this room.
You think it's in that room?
It's happening
You think?
here.
What made you
off.
think that? The fact that all the microphones were off in here and you heard it? What is happening in there? Take all the equipment out. This must stop. Stop.
I don't think.
I think it's you.
It's okay.
It's you.
I understand. Oh, if it's this,
I don't hear it.
If it's that computer over there, someone's getting fired.
Who?
I don't hear anything.
No, we've
He gave the
confirmed.
Matumbo finger.
Is it this computer down there?
If you want to look at my phone and come in here and
a
tell me
Stugotz
if you
computer.
think it's me, I'm not trying
Is
to
that big
conceal.
board
No,
behind Dan that
it's
looks
a
like a
computer
computer?
noise.
Maybe
it's not
that.
a text noise.
Do you think if I turn this computer off, I'm gonna?
is-
Well,
It
just
I
mute.
think you have to
guys,
slam it on the
guys,
floor. To
Just
make
mute the
sure.
computer.
It's not a muting thing. It is the sound of a computer
Charging.
that the charge cable
Yeah.
is kind of not connected well. So
Oh,
it's-
yeah,
it
yeah.
starts charging and then it stops and then
That's
it
what it
starts
is.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heard it again.
Maybe it's in the control room and one of their mics is on.
This is very.
I heard it that time.
I heard it, and it's not anywhere near me, and I didn't touch anything. But it sounds like it's coming from over here.
Is it April Fool's Day?
So are you closer to understanding what a gaslight is?
Everybody be quiet. Everybody be quiet.
Okay, there it is.
All right, now it might be Greg.
It is.
It's the
this computer.
Stugotz laptop.
It's a Stugotz laptop that was on the floor.
Not me. Innocent.
Yes.
So Stugotz is fired.
Get that out of here.
Yeah.
Greg Cody
Right, that
beats
he
all
was
charges.
I
Thank
will
you.
tell you guys right now and be as honest as I've ever been. I was sure I was guilty, but I didn't know how. So the accusations from the other room made me lose confidence because I knew it wasn't Cody because his equipment hadn't gotten here. But I heard the sound too. But I also felt like it wasn't my fault. But as I turned things off, I wasn't sure I was turning them off, and now I was scared because we're supposed to be doing a show.
Dan, I'll be honest. When Mike first went off, I was like, "Oh crap! I think it's my laptop." I actually
I
closed
think
my
we
laptop.
I think all of us were like, shit, is this me?
While we were doing the search, I quietly closed my laptop like so, just because, to make sure.
But I saw what was happening around me, and I felt a bit framed because there was a lot of confidence in the room over there, and it was.
I apologize. I kind of blame that room. I apologize.
You did, but the confidence that was swaying from that room was not any confidence other than a technological one. We've got this room beat. And
I liked our hand.
No,
You think it was more likely
you-
we framed you than you just made a mistake?
Yes, this is the relationship I have with the room and how ready I was to fight everyone who was making me feel very insecure as I backed away from the microphone, almost sure it was me. Oh, that's as much happiness as I've had in 4 years knowing it was not me.
But it was you, but it wasn't your fault. It was us doing it to you.
Well, somebody did that. Like, somebody put that in here, and so that was not me, and that was just done to our show.
Was that the Stugotz computer?
So, Billy, so forgive me for thinking that you might be an anarchist who would do something to annoy me.
I mean, a little accountability. If it's your laptop, it could be
But
your
it wasn't.
fault.
But it wasn't my laptop. I don't know. You
We
still
didn't plant a laptop in
But
there.
you
It's
still
Stu's.
think that I was responsible for that?
No, I don't think you were responsible.
No. I'm not rooting for a meteor in Boston and New York.
Are you rooting for injury? Like, what are we rooting for?
I'm actually rooting for the Knicks.
A meteor is likely death.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I was watching that
Ultimate
game,
injury.
and I was really surprised at how hard I was rooting for the Knicks because, see, I don't think the Knicks have a shot to win the championship, but I do think Boston has a shot to win the championship. And right now, I'm actually enjoying the Knicks fandom. They haven't beaten a really good team all year. They're, 0-11 against the Thunder, the Celtics, and
Not
the,
anymore.
and the Nuggets and the Cavs. Yeah, so they got their win over there. They're super excited. They stole home court advantage. I'm enjoying this. In fact, I'm kind of enjoying the Knicks brand right now. And I guess the rivalry is such between the franchises that I hate the Boston Celtics way more than I hate the New York Knicks. So I was actually really surprised at how strongly I was rooting for the Knicks from the jump.
I am 1,000% with you. Mike, my hatred toward the Boston Celtics is so far superior to my hatred of the New York Knicks. Maybe even if you took my hatred of the Knicks back in the late 90s, and certainly my hatred of the Knicks right now, maybe if you took my hatred of the Knicks back in the late 90s and compared it to my hatred of the Celtics right now, it might still be in favor of the Celtics. My hate for them is far surpassed. And here's the thing. The style of play that the Celtics use, it's a vomit. It is unwatchable. They missed 45 three-pointers last night. It's the NBA playoff record. It's the worst brand of basketball. And then you look, I mean, their entire offense, it's dribble the blood out the basketball, right forearm push-off, step back travel, fadeaway three-pointer. That's their entire offense. And the Knicks, on the other hand, look, I'm going to sound the way I sound. It's kind of admirable the way they play because the NBA player, two things they love more than anything else, complain and not play. And the Knicks, they play. Those guys play. They play heavy minutes. Everyone wants to be critical of Thibodeau. What a crime to play your best players the most you could possibly play them. The Knicks style of play is actually admirable, in my opinion.
I can't abide praise for the Knicks here. I run
with them.
Dude, all the Jeremy Taché, all the Heat fans kind of feel aligned right here, which is like,
He's not a fan.
go Knicks. Go Knicks.
It's totally go Knicks.
Yeah, totally.
It's
100%.
okay to hate both teams, right? It's
I
okay
thought
to
I
hate
did,
both teams.
but when they played each other, I was like, well, let's go Knicks.
I mean,
It is okay to hate both, but which one do you want to lose more?
I don't care who wins
Oh,
because
come
I don't like either. Okay, everybody dislikes the champion. The Boston Celtics were the first team I liked because I was born in Massachusetts. You know, Bill Russell, Sam Jones, Havlicek. They were my first team. Right now, I don't care. Everybody hates whoever's the champion. Everybody hates the Knicks because they're the Knicks and because Spike Lee is wearing a Knicks hat at the Met Gala. So everybody hates both teams. I like watching a game where I hate both teams.
Can we take?
I either want a rooting interest or I want an interest
Greg.
where I don't like either team.
Greg, I'm giving you the truth serum, all right? You're there, you're strapped down.
Right.
I have a big giant needle.
Yeah.
And I've shoved it inside your arm with truth serum. It's in your veins. So you have to tell the truth right now. Which team do you want to lose more?
The Knicks.
Really?
Oh, yeah, clearly. Yeah, there's no question about that. I mean, I don't.
Well, then you're rooting for the Celtics. That's what that means.
It doesn't mean I'm rooting for them.
Sure it does.
No,
Sure it does.
It means I want them to lose less than I want them.
And the only way for them the only way for the other team to lose more is if one team beats them. You're rooting for the Celtics.
Yeah, but if the Celtics win that series, I'm not going to be cheering. I hope they lose in the next round.
I need them out of my life right now.
Really?
You think I need the Celtics 2 years in a row? You think I need this shit in my life?
Can we take away Spike Lee's biggest fan? He went to the Met Gala over Game 1? What?
He was at the Met Gala. I know that because I saw a photo of him wearing a Knicks hat.
Are you positive that that is a recent photo? Because of all the photos that came from that, Spike Lee could be photographed any year at that.
But they have themes.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a bunch of photographs from
It's
this
also
year's
in Boston.
Met Gala, including him. So,
Is it Gala or Gala?
well, it's the PFPI Gala, but
Gala.
Gala with emphasis on the G.
So not even Gala, it's a Gala.
Gala. It's the PFPI Gala, But in other terms, most people say gala.
I think gala.
I think gala is the chic.
Confirmed
way to say it.
that he missed game 1.
Yeah. There you go. I reported that just now.
It was a road game. That was in Boston.
I reported that Spike Lee missed game 1 for the gala.
He went to Detroit.
I feel like Spike's got a hard time traveling.
No, I'm just saying. If he's a number one fan in New York.
Do you think they
doesn't
had the
mean
game on?
Road. I mean, Timothée Chalamet reportedly missed the Met Gala to watch the Knicks game.
Wow.
Real fan.
But do you think that they have the game on, like at the wet bar?
I think that if you wanted to watch the game there, you could watch the game there.
He's holding his phone.
It's
got
got to be wild.
I mean, let's be real. Once you get inside, I imagine it's just like an empty banquet hall, right?
What goes on there? Is it like a show?
I think that the celebrities just plug themselves back into the wall, they recharge, and then they go home. Like, I don't think there's anything going on there.
You guys, because this part is amazing to me. You do realize that if Jay Williams is on television saying Jalen Brunson is the best Knick of all time, and we can argue it, but it gets forgetful of Patrick Ewing. But whatever, we can have the discussion if you want to. I imagine Amin would have some opinions there. But that feeling last night for the New York Knicks, a team that has not closed out a series in the playoffs at home since 1999, I could set out without being prisoner of the moment that's the best Knicks game I've seen and the best the Knicks fan base has felt in a quarter of a century. Last night, winning in overtime.
That's not saying much. Have you looked at their last quarter century?
I'm just saying he's sitting here hating the Knicks, and it's an old brand he's hating. It's not like he's rooting. What's happening with Zaslow and Mike, I imagine a lot of people are saying, looking at the Celtics, I can't root for that. I just can't root for that. And he's over here saying to you, I can't root for what I remember of Spike Lee being on the Knicks sideline back when Knicks Heat mattered.
No, but here's what I'm going to say to what you just said. When the Celtics are missing a playoff record 45 three-point shots, do you really want to give the Knicks a lot of credit for playing a great game? I say the Celtics choked to an epic degree. The Knicks were the most fortunate team in America to win that game.
They did choke. It was a super meltdown, all right? But still, they're down by 20 on the road, second half. It's a pretty impressive comeback.
Dan, I think I can explain Greg's position here. Let's say you have a house, and you find out that the house has a termite infestation, right? Oh, my God, these termites. Get the exterminators, the termites won't go away. What do? Would you rather hear that the termites are still there, or would you rather hear, good news, the termites are out, bad news, you now have rats? Because that's what would happen if the Knicks start getting good. Right now, the Celtics have been good. It's not a new thing. They've been good for a few years now. You live with it. It's termites. Okay, that's it. You tell me now I have rats? Like, oh, come on. Like, can we keep it to one pest at a time?
Folks, listen up. If you run anything online these days, a podcast, a merch store, whatever it is, you're basically forced to wear 12 hats. Marketing? Sure. Customer service? Why not? And now you're supposed to be your own IT department? Kinsta is managed WordPress hosting, which means you get blazing fast site speeds, top-tier security, and a dashboard that doesn't look like it was built in 2006. And if something goes sideways, real humans, not bots, to help you 24/7. No scripts, no sorry I don't understand replies. Kinsta takes the stress out of tech stuff so you can actually focus on your business. Or in our case, more time watching games, arguing nonsense, and delivering the hottest take possible. No messing with settings, no panic troubleshooting, just smooth sailing. Tired of being your own website support team? Switch your hosting to Kinsta and get your first month free. And don't worry about the move, they'll handle the whole transition for you. No tech expertise required. Just visit kinsta.com/Dan to get started. That's KINSTA.com/Dan.
Well, you guys have listened to Oral History, and you know that the origins of this show were once just a dream for Dan and for Stugotz, and that dream turned into the show, and now the business of Meadowlark Media, and the show that you're listening to today. But starting your own business is a dream that lots of us share. Too many of us let it remain just a dream. So don't hold yourself back thinking, what if I don't have the skills? What if I can't do it alone? Turn those what ifs into why nots with Shopify by your side. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide, including 10% of all US e-commerce. Whether you're Mattel or you're just getting started, Shopify's got your back. Not a web designer? No problem at all. Shopify has beautiful, ready-to-go templates. Need help with the details? Their AI tools can enhance product images, write descriptions, and even generate discount codes. Worried about finding customers? Shopify makes marketing easy with email and social media tools. And if I ever get stuck, Shopify's award-winning 24/7 support is always there. Turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/Batard. Go to shopify.com/Batard. Shopify.com/Batard.
It's Mike. You've been a fan of this show, hopefully, for a long time, and you know how much Miller Lite means to me. For almost 20 years, Miller Lite has been a partner of the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz, and now Miller Lite is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Cheers to them. Cheers to 50 incredible years. And for you at home, you know that Miller time always means a good time. From game night to parties with friends or a special anniversary, celebrating important occasions means more moments with the coolest people in your life. Cheers to 50 years of Miller Lite, the great tasting light beer for people who love beer since 1975. Now's a perfect time to celebrate legendary stories with friends, family, and a great tasting light beer. It's Miller time. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Dan Le Batard.
Our Panther group chat, we're confident against the Lightning. This is a different team.
Yeah. You're a Panther group chat, though.
No, I think no, but dude, you're so wrong on that. We've been terrified of this team forever, and I think there's a different energy where the Panthers, they want the Lightning.
Stugotz.
I want T-shirts made for this Panther run. What could be this Panther run? Our Panther group chat, we're not afraid of the Lightning.
That's a tagline for World War 3.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I can't get that fan base much louder. Like, I can't enjoy the Knicks fan base success because I've seen how loud it is and how desperate it is to be good again. These celebrities, that the Ben Stillers and the Hank Azarias and the Tracy Morgans of the world, like, they feel they haven't had that basketball feeling in 25 years in that town. And most of them are old enough to remember that, no, Patrick Ewing is the best Knick of all time.
Well, no. Well,
Whoa.
Whose laptop was that?
Was that Cody's?
It ain't me.
Whoa, that's Cody. I'm pretty sure that was Cody.
Here's my look at my volume. Okay.
It's not a volume thing. It's a charging cable thing.
Whoa.
Who did charging cable?
But
Doesn't make any noise.
That's an Apple sound. Greg doesn't have an Apple.
I don't know.
Greg's
What I got. I
am now
Surface.
certain that it is Greg Cody's computer.
Okay.
I wouldn't frame you.
This is what I'm talking about. You see, you know it's not coming from me.
This is a gaslighting.
You know it's not coming from me.
Is the sound, gaslight means the sound?
No, it's, you know something to be true and someone tells you to your face that what you believe is not true. It's a proper gaslighting.
Yeah.
This is so unprofessional.
What does that have to do with gas or light?
It's like how you start a fire, like gaslighting.
But then you actually started a fire. You're telling me that
we didn't
there's no
start the
fire.
It was always burning since the world's been turning.
Yeah, exactly. Well put.
Oh, Greg loved hey, hello, Dolly.
I love that.
Yesterday, he just singing that song my entire life. Hello, Dolly.
If you can, for just a second, I did. We made a lot of fun of Greg Cody yesterday. However,
As usual. I got thick skin.
You come back every day.
Have to.
Clearly.
Yeah, you got to have thick skin in this business.
Thick toenails, too.
In this business.
Stand on it.
You keep coming, Greg. I mean, you go through traffic and all just to come
I
and
come
be
here,
abused
man.
every day.
I do.
Show
Got
videos
skin
of you
like an
falling
alligator.
in bushes. It's insane.
Well, that's uncalled for. That happened a century ago. Playing the old
that's
hits.
Greg Cody.
No,
That's
it
Greg
isn't.
Cody.
I saw you
know it
reach.
is. I know it is. It is. It's got to be.
You hit your computer there.
Vet me to make sure it's not me.
I don't know that you deserve the benefit of the doubt here.
If it's me, I will give you a $100 bill right now. If you can prove that is my computer.
Billy,
making
frame
that
him the
noise.
way you framed me.
I mean, how is he? I think we could easily prove, air quotes, that it's him, and he won't know.
Go ahead.
That's correct.
All right. I'll go in there.
Grab the cord of your thing. Like
go ahead.
Mike, go in. No, don't touch it. Mike
That
will
is a
go in
good
there.
way to prove it.
Hold on.
Everyone hands up. Everyone hands up.
Hold on.
Zaz, hands up. I don't trust you. Hands up.
Everyone's hands up. Okay, wait a minute. You guys heard officially what the bet is, correct? So hold on. Listen to me carefully on what the terms here, because he's so confident. He never puts down his own money. He's so cheap. He's so cheap. And
I'm the most generous person you know.
okay, so you haven't paid a fine in 2 years. Whatever. We can argue about that later.
Yeah, I don't believe in fines.
Hold your
Hands up! Hands
Hands
up!
up!
You guys-
Hands up!
Did you touch your cord?
Hands up! Hands
You guys,
up!
Mike is going to adjust his thing, and we're going to see if it's his computer.
We think it's the cord. We think it's the cord.
It's an easy way to tell.
And we'll all find out together whether you owe $100 or not. But before he does this, you are 100% positive that you will not be paying me $100.
No, I won't be because my computer's.
Okay, do you have the 100 on you? Because you haven't paid a fine in forever. You saying you're going to pay something means nothing.
I got a wad full of bennies right in my pocket.
There you go.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
Which I don't really, but.
No. Well, wait a minute. No. So, are you going to be good for the $100?
Which I don't really.
No, Greg.
You got that Venmo?
Greg, are you agreeing contractually right now? We will take it out of your next check. $100 is the bet.
Well, you got to start paying me first.
No checks. We need
When's the last
cash.
time I got a check from Meadowlark?
No jokes.
I'm not making a joke.
Direct deposit.
Direct deposit.
I got to check with my business manager on that one.
No, hold on, please. I'm sorry. I know we're belaboring this. And forgive me, Panther fans. Forgive me, Panther fans, for not talking about the Panthers.
You're welcome to everyone
Yeah,
else.
they're happy that you're not.
All right, $100 bet. But again, you're going to pay it. Your words mean nothing. I'm sure it's you.
All right, Mike.
This is an AOL email, just for the record.
Of course! Of course!
minute.
knew it!
No.
So obvious! Of course! So I'm talking about.
That's impossible.
So
What
I'm
you
talking
just did.
about.
It's the cord right here. It's loose. If you
So I'm talking about.
How does that make that noise?
It's your laptop.
My volume is off, though.
It's not. It has nothing to do with the volume. It makes that noise even if your laptop is on mute. They do that so you know that your device is charging.
That's crazy.
Yeah, why don't you do it?
Where did Dan
See,
go?
it's not making noise.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. Wow.
No.
Greg.
No, somebody else is doing that in there.
Greg.
No, now this is gaslighting.
What?
How can they possibly do it in there?
Hold
It's
on.
happening in
Let me
here.
do it one
So
more time.
gaslighting.
Very unprofessional.
I didn't touch it.
Damn it.
And you saw that I didn't touch it. You saw
sometimes-
that I didn't
He
touch
got
it.
our ass. He pretended to do it. He got. Figured it out.
That was very sneaky.
Yes.
Very sneaky.
I think Christopher's out of the will now, right?
Yeah, I'm probably out of the will.
Well, yeah, it's all going to the younger son, Michael, YSM.
Zaz, so where are we with the Panthers? I feel like consensus in my Panther group chats, there's no panic.
I'm in one of your chats. I'm in.
Oh, that's true. You're in that one. In the main Panther chat that I'm in, it seems like the third period made Panther fans feel at ease with this is going to be a long series. We're fine.
When you know what? When they were down 4-1, that was not the Panthers that I've seen most of the season and through
We were
last year's
terrible.
playoffs. They were awful. They were disjointed. Bob let in a couple of bad goals. The Panthers I saw come back from 4-1 down and make it a game. That was the Panthers I know. If I'm a Panthers fan, I'm not the least bit worried. I think they're going to win Wednesday night. Then they got 2 at home. No panic whatsoever.
Wow.
I think if you were to ask Panther fans today how they feel going forward the remainder of the series, I think there's still a ton of confidence. I think if you ask the Maple Leaf fan how they feel right now, they're certainly very happy that they're up 1-0, but I think they're also like, yeah, that we might have gotten a little bit lucky here with what took place. I thought the Panthers were totally going to come back in the third period and win that game. They were so, like, the Panther fan looks at that and knows they didn't play well. Does the Maple Leaf fan say, wow, we didn't play well? I don't think so. I think the Maple Leaf fan is really pleased that they got out of there with that win. Everybody knows Seth Jones, my dog. He played like a spaz last night, all right? Kulikov, very bad. Mikula, very bad.
Mikula.
Barkov with the turnover, which led to a scoring chance. Barkov taking a penalty. Even in the third period, when the Panthers are rolling and they make it 4-3, they still went and took 2 more penalties after that and gave up another goal off a turnover. So even in their best period, they were still crap, and they were right there at the end. So Dan Zaslow's going to be enraged with the Panthers. I'm moderately annoyed right now at last night's game.
Also, for context, remember how last year's second round started?
Yeah.
The Panthers had home ice
And that game was
against
at home.
Boston.
Yeah.
They lost.
They lost
Got
6 to
killed.
1.
Got
They got
killed.
crushed
Right.
6 to 1. This is a different scenario because you're just looking to win one and steal home ice advantage. Your fourth line barely plays last night. They just stopped playing AJ Greer's probably for the best. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Mackey comes back. But right now the Leafs fans, yeah, they're happy that they won. They kind of feel like they survived one. It also feels like
There's no way they feel great.
No, which is why they're trying so hard to get Sam Bennett suspended for.
Yes.
So
there's no way.
it
he's
appears that
suspended.
Stolarz
No way.
and Chris Nowinski, who once joined the show before and charged the Dolphins with murder or manslaughter.
Former WWE superstar.
Yeah, Chris Harvard. He says, he theorized, which actually makes sense, that Stolarz got concussed initially on the shot from Sam Bennett, or was it Sam Reinhart, that hit Stolarz in the mask, knocked his mask off. Because I think Sam Bennett is a victim of his reputation. We know when Sam Bennett is trying to do something, it looked like a fairly innocuous hit. Stolarz's mask came off.
He barely touched him.
I'd call it a graze.
It looked like a dive initially, but I
Wait
think
a minute.
Yeah, and also if there was something behind it, Toronto, those Maple Leafs players would have went at Bennett in that moment. It was that innocuous in the moment, but everyone now is trying, that is supporting the Toronto Maple Leafs, is trying to suspend Sam Bennett for something that I don't think actually caused the concussion.
The guy was vomiting on the bench. Something caused the concussion.
Clearly concussed, but I don't think it was that interaction with Bennett, the one that everyone's pointing to, that they allege is a dirty hit because they don't want to go back and say, hey, this came out of the run of play. This was a shot off his face mask.
That's the main thing why I don't believe Bennett's getting suspended. Number one, it's if you look at that play, just isolate that one play. That is not a play that gets you suspended in the Stanley Cup playoffs. That's number one.
It wasn't even a play that got Toronto to defend their goalie.
Yeah, and again, no penalty. All right, now I understand Ekblad got banned 2 games, no penalty. But this, I mean, there's nothing there. The second part is, if they were to suspend Bennett, they are acknowledging that they allowed a player who was concussed earlier in the game to remain in the game for another 9 minutes of real time. That's what they would be acknowledging if they're going to suspend Sam Bennett there. There's no... I'll go as far as to say I don't think they're going to even have a hearing.
Well, you don't think that they'll allege that the concussion did... If they suspend Sam Bennett, then they're going to say that the concussion came from that fairly innocuous hit in the crease, a hit so innocuous that none of his Maple Leafs teammates came to back him up.
So they're just going to ignore the puck to the head.
Right. We'll know about it, but they'll just kind of assume they have public support on this.
I'd be stunned.
Okay, I predict that Sam Bennett will be suspended.
Do you agree, though?
But for what?
Yeah, I do, because it's an elbow to the head.
But he tucked it in, but he didn't even give him one of those.
I think it's enough for a suspension.
I think you call it a push at max.
Okay.
A graze.
Okay, I
there's
don't.
no punch or elbow thrown there.
I won't be pleased to be the one right here, but I think he will be suspended and probably should be. But the Panthers are so good they can overcome Sam Bennett missing a game. If their penalty kill stays the way it did, they dominated Tampa. They were 5 for 5 last night.
Can I just stop all of you just for a second? Because I will concede to you that what I'm hearing in this room feels like a whole lot of Panther fans perfectly fine with what happened with the Florida Panthers last night. Zaslow going as far as to say that the Toronto fan doesn't feel that good about that because of how it played out. And I would say the reason that I fear teams like Winnipeg and Toronto and Washington, and I fear everyone, it seems like, is because hockey is going to hockey. And I know the Panthers have the best team, but shit happens. And then you're down 1-0 to a Toronto team that is good enough, could have gotten knocked out in the first round, but that's a scary team. And so I don't feel good about that. And Sam Bennett possibly being suspended because, as you guys have the sports argument, they've got a concussion problem throughout sports, and whether it was or wasn't what caused the concussion, Sam Bennett's reputation is that's the dirtiest, and the Panthers are the dirtiest, and what happens when Sam Bennett does that is the entirety of the internet hockey world that isn't a Florida Panther says, those people down there in Florida are kind of scumbags, and you guys are like, but they're ours.
I'll wear it.
But they're ours.
I don't care. I'll wear it.
The other thing I would factor in is that you want to protect the goalie. Okay, you protect that goalie. That's his crease. And when you have somebody throwing an elbow at a goalie,
Throwing an elbow.
I don't agree with that.
Have you watched the replay?
Yeah, I have watched the replay.
They collided, but like, I understand what you're saying. You don't want that happening to your goalie. You know who doesn't want that happening to their goalie the most? The Toronto Maple Leafs that are on the ice.
Right.
Nobody came to his defense because it was that innocuous. If you actually watch the play, Bennett actually tucks his elbow in, trying to avoid Stolarz. The concussion, I would bet my life, didn't happen on that play. It happened when he took a puck to the face that knocked his helmet off.
Okay.
And he probably really felt it off of a fairly innocuous hit that got him loopy. He was probably feeling loopy well before then.
Okay, I'm not predicting a suspension or saying what I'm saying as a fan because I'm not a fan. I'm neutral here, and I wonder.
Three journalists here in this room,
and I wonder how the rest of you would feel if a Maple Leafs elbow had given.
If I saw the replay and there was no extension of the elbow, it's just like
if Bobrovsky's vomiting on the bench and he's perhaps out of the next game, you want someone suspended.
I'd be calling for the death penalty.
I understand what you're saying, but I also think this is where our Panthers fandom actually helps contextualize this because we were paying attention to what happened earlier in the game, and we're pretty aware that that was a wicked shot that he took off his face mask.
Right.
And we also know that when Sam Bennett means to hit somebody dirty, he commits to hitting somebody dirty. The elbow doesn't go in. The elbow goes out. And I just think if he got suspended, it would be really unfortunate, and it would be the league bending to pressure because he has this reputation.
I don't even think there's going to be a hearing. I think it's a waste of everybody's time.
Straight to the gallows.
Of course we're talking about this because it's Toronto and they're maniacs up there in Canada, and it's Sam Bennett who has the reputation. I don't even think there's going to be a hearing. Stop wasting my time.
Emily Kaplan has tweeted this morning, nothing confirmed yet, but I don't believe Sam Bennett will receive supplement discipline for his contact with Stolarz.
He's not. I'm reporting it. Put it on the crawl on ESPN. I'm reporting.
Well, no
discipline.
This is why he's a rising star at ESPN.
Put it on the crawl.
He just said to everybody, there will be no hearing. He's like, suspend him, and he runs with the torches. The internet says Sam Bennett's dirty, and Zaslow's Judge Zaz. Who doesn't want Judge Zaz of sports?
I am a judge.
That Judge Zaz saying to you the thing you always want to hear about around the best sporting events, hearings. Zaslow says there will not. He is saying there will not even. Never mind.
Don't waste my time.
Never mind an investigation. No, there will be no investigation. There's video out there. Everybody's screaming.
What didn't investigate? I saw it.
Not even a hearing.
Nope. Stop wasting my time.
Who's going to be right between Zaslow doesn't get a hearing, stop wasting my time, and Greg Cody, virtue signaler, it looked like an elbow, and we don't like concussion, suspend him.
Can it be as simple as if the Panthers come back and win last night, he probably gets suspended, and since they lost, like, to balance things out? I thought that's what happened with Tampa.
But that's the other thing about what happened last night. Oh, you guys got all cocky because here comes Florida doing what they do. Yes, on the momentum of a dirty hit.
I mean, what happened to Tampa was obvious. Aaron Ekblad went to kill Brendan Hagel because Hagel was super dirty earlier in the series.
Right, they missed the call. It was still so on purpose.
Not some two-faced hypocrite. Like we were saying, Ekblad should be suspended for that. That was with intention, and you're damn right it was intentional because he was defending his guy.
Yep.
This was not a concussion that was delivered by Sam Bennett in that moment. It just wasn't.
Yeah, you can't say that it's all Panther, fans here who are defending Sam Bennett in that spot when we're all readily admitting, yeah, I get Ekblad being suspended. Makes sense. But here in this spot, it's like, no, that's not a suspension.
Okay, but I would ask you guys to consider if you realize that you're in the most magical place that there is in sports and the closest thing we've had in this city to this than when the Miami Heat were dominating this town for 15 years. Your team, a relevant one, your team, a champion, is despised by and respected and despised by people in hockey because the way they play in the playoffs is so physical that when Sam Bennett is dirty, no one is surprised and can see optical illusions, and no one would be surprised because, the Panthers are dirty and they are dirty, and what are you going to do about it? Are you going to suspend them? Because we'll take the suspension on Ekblad and the hit. Yep. You know why? Because we wanted him to do that. Because this sport, that cost a gold, did it not? What happened with Ekblad Everyone supported, even though they acknowledged what Ekblad did was whatever, morally right in defense of the Panthers, but also it was costly. The penalty for it was costly.
They scored 2 goals in 11 seconds after Ekblad delivered that hit. And then Ekblad, I believe, scored later on.
He ended up, not only did they not call a penalty on Ekblad on that play, but he went on to have maybe the most impactful game he's ever had as a Panther, taking that guy out for our captain and then scoring the game-tying goal.
We've probably spent too much time on Sam Bennett because I just flatly don't think anything nefarious happened there.
Nothing's happening.
But for me, the headline is Florida played very poorly. They were sloppy. They were sliding into their own guys. There were bad giveaways in their own zone. The fourth-line wingers don't appear to be a fit for this specific series.
Seth Jones was a spaz last
Barkov was bad. Seth Jones was a mixed experience. Verhaeghe has been frustrating people. I actually didn't think that he was that bad. Brad Marchand was actually really good on the night.
That's my dog.
So
That's
my
rat right there.
So I think Florida's well positioned, and also the elephant in the room today that we should be discussing is the fact that heavy is that crest for Toronto. They could be up 2-0. They could be up 3-0. The sphincters in that collective province of Ontario are going to be this tight because the Toronto Maple Leafs just struggle when they're on the front foot.
I'd like some help from Greg Cody on this because I don't know where the line is on Mike Ryan's appraisal that Seth Jones is, I think, a mixed experience or a mixed bag experience. I missed it, but as you were saying it, Zaz was calling him a spaz. So what is the difference? Like, what is the line? I don't know hockey well enough to know the difference between a mixed experience and a spaz, because when I saw Seth Jones play, I just thought he was kind of average.
I mean, he scored a goal and he broke up a breakaway. Like, he had very good moments in that game.
A spaz is what he called it.
He also had some weird turnovers. Like, he had some weird passes.
He's spinning, he's doing like spinneroonies and losing the puck. That's a spaz.
Well, back in my day, the word spaz was derogatory. I think.
You think I'm saying it as a compliment right now?
Apparently not. I think Seth Jones has been a great addition. Naturally, Brad Marchand gets all the attention as far as their late season addition. Seth Jones has been great. He's a reason that they're doing what they're doing right now.